I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. If they knew they would be offering repairs for the entire Switch lifespan, I'm sure they would have been more careful. You must be familiar with Joycon drift if you're watching this video. But if you're still wondering, let me explain it to you real quick. Joycon drift is when the analog stick registers input direction even if you are not moving your character at all. Or in my case, it is when the register input is incorrect even if I am moving the control stick towards my desired position. As a result, the character either moves by itself or just stops moving all of a sudden. And this problem is not limited to the Joy-Cons, it also affects the Switch LITE, since it uses the same analog sticks as the Joy-Cons. A YouTuber and aspiring game designer, Victor SDK, he claims to have found the solution for the Joy-Con drift issue. Apparently it is caused by losing contact between the metal clamps that holds the joystick together and the graphite pads that are responsible for registering the input. So by tightening the pressure on the control stick itself, we can make those two components touch each other again. We'll try this with the Switch LITE. I recommend you to get a Switch repair toolkit from Amazon. They sit around $15. First, we're gonna remove the back cover. There are 4 tri-wing screws on the back, 2 Phillips screws on the top edge and 2 more on the bottom. Removing the back cover is the hardest part in this tutorial. Carefully insert the paddle into the speaker hole and apply some pressure to lift the cover. Once it comes off, just keep lifting the cover from the edges of the console. You will notice there's a metal plate protecting the insides. Remove it. Disconnect the ribbon cable and the battery cable vignette. Remove this single screw that holds the speaker in place. Remove the 4 remaining ribbon cables before trying to remove any screw on the board itself. Just lift the tab and gently pull out the cable. Now we can proceed to remove the board screws. You have to remove the L and CL buttons before the board. Lift the board and that's it. That's as far as we will go disassembling the console. Get a thin plastic layer that is no more than 0.5mm thick. I measured the analog stick already, so you don't need to do it again. Now, write some marks on the plastic and cut it. This is what we need to fix the problem. As you can see, this will add an extra layer of thickness to the analog stick, increasing the pressure on it when closing the console. Now, put the plastic on place, put the board back and make sure the plastic is not so thick that the pressure is way too high to actually close the console, as you can see here. Repeat the process with a different plastic layer if necessary, until you get the right thickness. When you're done, paste a piece of plastic on the control stick. I use epoxy pole since it is easy to remove from glossy plastic like this. wait for at least 10 minutes for the glue to dry before proceeding. You can now put the board back, as well as the L and CL buttons. Don't forget to connect all the cables again. I recommend you to test the analog stick before you put back the cover, in case something is not working correctly. You can turn on the console by pressing the power button with any pointy tool. Just make sure to put everything back in place before putting the cover back, in case you had to disassemble again. It's working really well now. Unlike before, I didn't replace the analog stick, I just put a piece of plastic to increase the pressure upwards on the component. Only time will tell if this actually holds up. That's the video! Okay guys, I hope you managed to fix your Joycon issues. Like the video, subscribe if you find this guide helpful. This is Xylvanian, I will see you on the next video.